Firstly, I'd like to welcome the extension of the work and family payment, or the extension of the fuel allowance to families and people on the work and family payment. That's positive, and it's something that we in the society have sought for some time. I know over the last couple of years it's been in the annual pre-budget submission that the society has made to government before the budget, and we welcome it. It's a positive step for people because we all know about the costs of energy and how in the last number of years those costs have skyrocketed for families. 60% higher electricity costs than were the case in 2021, and 90% higher costs for gas. And we in the society last year nationally we received over 260,000 requests for assistance, which was a record number. And one of the big driving factors in that were energy costs. And we would in Clare alone, we would have had over 5,000 requests for assistance last year. And again, energy was at the root of many of those requests. The main thing people sought help for was with food, but often when we visited the families, when we spoke with them, we found that energy was one of the big costs that they had to bear. And it's obvious when we see the recent arrears figures, 320,000 households in energy, in electricity arrears that have only been released. So, energy is one of the most significant issues. It's a significant driver of people coming to us, people who can't afford to pay their energy bills. They're worried that they won't be able to keep the lights on. And I would stress to anybody that is in difficulty to reach out and seek assistance, because there is assistance there, either from ourselves in the society, either from the Community Welfare Service, or even MABs, and there may be some access to support for people. Certainly, this announcement is positive, but it's only a small step, because while the budget did announce this, and while there was an increase in the fuel allowance payment, which was welcome, that increase equates for people on the fuel allowance to €140 a year. And yet, back last October, when the budget was announced, we know that the costs that people had to bear in terms of energy were estimated to be around €320 a year. So the fuel allowance payment, it doesn't represent the same purchasing power as it did in 2020 or 2021.
And I just want to ask you about that, Denis. Does the fuel allowance go far enough? Because as of budget 2026, as we said, recipients of the working family payment are now eligible to receive the fuel allowance. But that payment is only available to people who are employees, first of all, with low earnings and that have children. Are you getting requests and contacts from people who perhaps don't have children, couples who don't have children, who are still in energy poverty?
Certainly we do. We get requests from people across a cross-section of the community. And we know that elderly people, people on fixed incomes, people on disability payments, people on their own on a low income find it very, very difficult to bear these costs. And as I said, the supports haven't kept track with the increase in electricity costs and in energy costs generally. And even this week, we know from the home heat and oil situation, like costs have skyrocketed dramatically for people, and particularly for somebody that is on fixed income, that may have an illness, that needs extra heating, that is in their home longer than, they're not actually going out to work, they're not actually leaving their home, they maybe have a condition or whatever that requires extra heating. They find themselves in a very, very difficult situation with this.
If somebody needs to avail of the services of St. Vincent de Paul, how can they get in touch, Denis?
If you need our support, the best way of contacting the society is if you go to our website. There's a contact option there. You can leave your details. your phone number, and a volunteer, will get back to you in about a week or so. You can also ring our office in Limerick and leave a message there at 061 317 327. That's 061 317 327. And you can leave a message there. And again, a volunteer will get back to you and arrange for 2 volunteers to come and meet you and discuss your situation in confidence. And I just urge people that are in difficulty, can be overwhelming when you hear about the difficulties around energy costs and home heating costs, but there is support there for people. There is an engage code with the energy companies, and you can get support through that, and you can manage the situation through that. So it's very important that if you are in difficulty, to reach out and to seek support and to engage with your supplier, or also come and talk to us in the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, or talk to MABS or the Community Welfare Service, and there may be payments or other support there to help you get through and to navigate this situation. So just to stress that to people, not to be afraid, not to be shy, just to step forward, and you can take control of this, and you can, in the long run, try and get some help and some assistance.